Christian, thank you for joining us. Let's talk about all that environment, which is cryptocurrencies, blockchain, and so ICOs. Is a world that saw an explosion in 2017 and now in 2018. Which is the reality for this ecosystem?
Yeah, sure. So I think we had an amazing explosion, as you just said, in last year. And I think this year things cooled off a little bit. I think there's a lot of regulatory uncertainty at a global level. We've seen the SEC cracking down on ICOs and saying that ICOs are all securities. And so the price reflects the sentiment of the market. People have less trust in the cryptocurrencies, in this environment overall. I do believe that things will change. Hopefully towards the end of this year we'll see an uptrend coming. But in history, I mean, this is no news. We've seen the same situation back in 2014. We've seen Bitcoin going up fivefolds and then going back down again. So it's just, it's part of the evolution of new technology.
You live in New York, so you are quite narrow to Wall Street. Wall Street is not going really good in this moment, so Trump and all the tariffs against China and Europe. But which is the moment? What is going on right now?
So I think there's a lot of political uncertainty, and definitely that doesn't help the global sentiment. I do think that from a blockchain standpoint, there's a lot of interest from government agencies, from enterprises to kind of explore this new technology. We've seen some of the major corporations like Walmart kind of narrowing down on blockchain from a logistic and supply chain trackability standpoint. We see banks trying to get into the space. Soros just put up a big funds to play in crypto a few months ago. So I think there's overall interest in exploring more this technology and the opportunity it can provide.
Yeah, here we are at the Global Summit, Global Family Office Summit. Anthony Ritossa made a really good job. Here we are over than 300 people from all over the world. Which are your first impressions?
I think there's interest, as I said, from family offices and investors overall to understand more about this new asset class, cryptocurrencies. I do believe that right now we're still early in the game. Mainly it's the fact that it's mainly people don't know, so you don't know what you don't know, and a lot of these investors right now are here to be educated, to learn more, and to find out a way that they can participate in this explosion, this growth. Good news is that they understand it's a revolution. It's revolutionary, and it will have a major impact. It's going to be something that more and more investors will increase in their asset allocation. So it's a great place to kind of have these conversations here, and I see we're going to see a lot more investment in this new asset class in the upcoming years.
We saw really young people, so something is changing. What do you see when you see a young man, a young woman to initiate this sector of blockchain, ICOs? What you can say? What's your advice to young people?
I would say experiment with it. I don't think that you're going to learn just by talking or just reading books about it. You just really have to do something about it. So my advice would be trying to kind of buy a little more, a little Bitcoin, a little Ethereum, and that was going to get the machine going. That's how I started, and that piqued my interest, and I started learning more about the underlying technology called blockchain. And then from there things evolve, and then you figured out that besides Bitcoin and Ethereum and Litecoin, there's a whole world of alternative coins. There are new investment opportunities or new projects to support, and with that we'll have the chance to kind of learn more and evolve from there.
Christian, we are going to finish our interview, but I see your pin. It's like a coin of a Bitcoin. And how do you see cryptocurrencies at all? Which is the future of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and that's all, and which is the future of the central banks?
Correct. Yeah. So Bitcoin, it's a decentralized currency, and it's based on a consensus protocol that allows parties to transact without a central authority, such as a bank. And we've seen that there's basically been a huge lack of trust starting in 2008 with the collapse of Lehman Brothers and the whole financial turmoil, and that basically fueled the interest in people to trust don't trust the centralized entities, but to rely more of to technology that allows for basically a trustless system to thrive and enable parties to transact without a central authority. And I do think that there are a lot of benefits from this, not just from a monetary standpoint and a currency standpoint. I do believe that the underlying technology, blockchain, allows these trustless transactions, and there can be good for everything, for transacting goods or services across the globe from parties that don't know each other, that today might not transact because they lack the trust, but tomorrow can do that because of blockchain. So I think there's going to be a revolutionary technology that we'll use more and more.
Christian, thank you very much. Enjoy Global Summit, Global Family Office Summit, and enjoy your stay here in Monaco. Thank you.
Thank you.